International benchmarking is difficult, but perhaps one of the areas where this is most complicated is education. As a widely recognized economic driver and catalyst for national progress, it is intimately tied with economic and social policy, both of which vary widely by country. What matters in education differs depending on a country's culture, values, and current circumstances. And a country's curriculum is likely to reflect these differences, which is why international education comparisons often fail to accurately reflect knowledge and learning. In the United States, for example, one of the reasons we see such a strong push for STEM is because of its importance in fueling the U.S. economy. U.S. top industries include aerospace, telecommunications, and automobiles, so the country needs highly educated and innovative workers in these areas, like aerospace engineers, to move these forward. A country like China, on the other hand, might be more focused on technical and vocational training to support its prominent large-scale goods manufacturing. Our education priorities change over time to meet new needs as well. If you watch the movie Interstellar, the point is clear. When food scarcity hit, the entire school curriculum changed to focus on farming and agriculture instead of, say, art and architecture. Though that was just a movie, yes, I know, the same concept applies today. Context matters, and tests cannot account for this varying context across countries. It's just impossible. In fact, the preeminent PISA test used to make international education comparisons only tests math, reading, and science, neglecting other areas like social sciences or music. And PISA states very clearly that it does not test how well a student has mastered a school-specific curriculum. But to further complicate international comparisons, there's the issue of tests being possibly flawed themselves within the areas they are trying to measure. Exams are incredibly difficult to make because they're meant to be a representation or a slice of your knowledge that represents the whole. So you always run the risk of taking the wrong slice, especially on an international scale where there are no clear universal standards. But even if there were, the tests still run the risks of being flawed, often in ways that unfairly favor certain populations over others. Despite this, standardized testing has become much more prevalent and widely influential, so much so that among the many criticisms of leading educational systems is teaching to the test, an overemphasis on test scores that reflect how well students memorize information and know the tests, rather than a true understanding of concepts. But that aside, some countries have raced to the top of these international lists. Singapore is currently on top, and the US is ranked 29th. For more on where countries stack up against each other, check out my other episode on Testum News by clicking here. The United States was 29th in the most recent rankings of countries by education. So we wanted to know which countries have the best education and what are they doing right. Thanks for watching Secret Daily, and if you haven't already, please subscribe because that would be awesome.